Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the Switch was a game that wasn't really on my radar, even after trying out the free demo on the Switch eShop. Now, while I think this demo gives gamers a good grasp on what to expect from the game in the most basic sense, it was just way too easy and turned me off from the game almost entirely. Well, about a week or so after I played the demo, I was kind of wanting something different to play, and I just went ahead and took the plunge and bought the full retail game. Now, is this puzzle platformer worth your time and cash? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about here. Let's get into it. Danny from the Famicast here. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Sound off in the comments down below, and we may read it out on our bi-weekly show called the Famicast. You can also find a written version of this review over on our website, thefamicast.com. Today, though, we're taking a look at Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the Switch in this review. The story beats in. Mario vs. Donkey Kong aren't going to blow you away or anything like that, and to be frank, they really don't have to. So, DK is flipping through some channels on TV and comes across commercials about these mini Mario toys. And consumerism abounds, and Donkey Kong feels like he just needs these toys. So much so that he goes to the factory and steals them. Perfectly reasonable. Now, from there, players take on the role of Mario in an attempt to get these toys back and teach the giant ape a lesson. Now, controls here are pretty simple. Movement can be performed with either the D-pad or joystick. Jumps are mapped with A, Y is used to pick up items, and holding down the R button allows you to take a look at the stage. You can kind of scroll through. Now, overall, the game plays more like a somewhat slowed down version of Super Mario Bros. 2, or kind of like a faster version of Donkey Kong, like the original, not Country. So it's a little bit different than a traditional Mario game. Similar to Super Mario Bros. 2, Mario can also pick up items, even like the hammer from the DK, and you could also pick up enemies as well. You can even throw these to defeat most enemies. Other more advanced moves, such as doing a handstand, and then moving into a double and triple jump afterwards, are also possible. Now, the handstand here also doubles as a defense mechanism, as it can protect Mario from a variety of falling items like bricks or tools or snowballs. Now, a side flip is also available by mashing left or right, and then the jump immediately upon turning. Now, overall, I think the controls here are a little bit slow. However, once you master these additional jumps, Mario is quite a bit more versatile. While the joystick is an option here, I found myself gravitating towards the D-pad during my time with the game. Two gameplay modes are available right from the start of the game, Casual and Classic. Classic mode features lives and time limits for stages, while Casual slightly changes up the formula here. Lives and the timer are completely gone. Now, what's added here are checkpoints in the stages and a bubble system, for lack of better words. Now, with this, you can take up to 5 hits before you're forced to retry the stage. Now, the casual mode is a nice addition for those who are first-timers to this kind of game, or those who want a little bit of a break on some of the more difficult puzzles. For the record, I never played the original GBA version of Mario vs. Donkey Kong, so I really don't have a frame of reference for like a comparison in that sense. Now, even with that said, this remake on the Switch contains all that was found in the original and then some. 2 new worlds are also here, boosting the amount of stages. All in all, there are over 130 of these taking place over 8 worlds. And here you have 6 stages in each world, plus 2 boss stages. So basically 8 stages per world. Standard stages put players in control of Mario as he makes his way to a key. Now, once grabbed, this key is used to unlock a door, obviously, and you complete the first part of the stage. Now, the second half of the stage has Mario going after a mini Mario toy enclosed in a capsule. Now, of course, getting through these stages is sometimes easier said than done. Warp blocks, color switches, conveyor belts, ladders, spikes, all these things will hinder or help our hero along the way. Collectibles in the form of presents are also scattered throughout the stages. These are needed if you want to get a perfect clear star for the stage. A variety of enemies can also be found throughout the experience. You'll see familiar faces like Shy Guys and Thwomps, and you also see other characters that are clearly inspired from previous games like Donkey Kong Country or something. Like there's this Dixie Kong looking like little toy, there's a Rambi type of character. Those immediately come to mind for me. These enemies generally range from relatively harmless to deadly, so you have to keep your wits about you while tackling the stages. After you clear 6 normal stages in a world, you are able to move on to the 2 final stages for that particular world. Now, one of the levels here will have you guiding 6 mini Marios to their toy box. Now, just like the standard stages, you will have to deal with the same switches, spikes, enemies, and more. Now, the mini Marios kind of have a mind of their own. but they generally follow Mario wherever he goes. Now, these stages can be quite a bit of fun, but they definitely get a little bit trickier when enemies are introduced, sometimes frustratingly so. The moves of the mini Marios can sometimes be a little bit unpredictable, especially if you're just starting out with the game. Now, this can lead to some cheap deaths for little toys and stuff like that. Stages can be cleared as long as basically you get these 6 toys back to their box after collecting toy, T-O-Y, letters that are around the stages. Donkey Kong stages are a lot more straightforward here. Basically, as Mario, you simply have to take down the big ape. This is typically done by picking up items, such as barrels, and hurling them directly at DK. Now, the big guy can take several hits before he's defeated. Now, similarly, Mario can also take several hits here before being forced to restart the level. Basically, if you get by DK without getting hit, you'll get that coveted perfect clear star. If you get hit like a few times, you will clear the level, but you won't get the star for it. These stages are quite a bit of fun, and they really do have a nice variety of environments and stuff like that. They're not always super challenging, but I think they're a great way to round out the worlds. 2-player local multiplayer is also an option in Mario vs. DK. Now, I really didn't have much of a chance to try this out, because I'm basically just playing this game solo, but the stages are a little bit different here. The most notable change is that there are going to be 2 keys required instead of 1. So yeah, again, I didn't get to try this out, but rest assured, if this is something that you want to try with another friend, you can do this. Now from now, we're going to go ahead and move on to a few light spoilers for the game. Now, we have chapters here, so if you just skip on to the next chapter, you don't have to worry about it. You can skip ahead maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds if you want to avoid that as well. And you know, when I say spoilers, I'm basically going to be talking about some post-game content, not anything specific about solutions to puzzles or anything like that, but just one gameplay thing that kind of really griped me about the game, and I just wanted to share that. So after a few seconds, we'll go ahead and get right into it. Now again, Mario vs. DK does offer a decent amount of post-game content. Now after clearing the initial 8 worlds, you're given access to a time attack mode, expert courses, as well as bonus worlds. I think time attack and expert courses are easy enough to understand. However, the bonus worlds need a little bit of explanation. Now these will bring Mario back to the previous game worlds, but with all new stages. Now there are 6 stages per world and a boss level, so 7 per world. Now the biggest difference here is that you now have to guide 1 mini Mario to a locked door in these 1-part stages. So you're not doing 2-part stages, it's a 1-part stage, and you have a mini Mario with you. Now most of the time, this is actually really fun, and you will have to carefully plot the appropriate course of action for both Mario and mini Mario. However, when enemies, especially ones that can fire projectiles or throw projectiles or something like that, whenever they're thrown into the mix, I think the levels can get a little bit frustrating. Now, I completed all of these on classic difficulty, and I kind of wish that I would have saved myself a lot of trouble and tried some of them out on casual. You know, I won't go as far to say that these are unfair, but as with the mini Mario stages that we talked about previously, you know, in the main game, these little guys' occasional, like, haphazard jumps and movements can really shut down a run here really quickly. Mario vs. Donkey Kong sports a clean look, but it's not going to blow you away or anything like that visually. And even with that said, character models are crisp, environments look great, and offer a great deal of variety here. Now, from the toy factory to jungles, a snow-covered landscape, ghost houses, and more, things here look pretty good. Now, to top things off, the game's run at a flawless 60 frames a second, at least from what I can tell. Even with that said, I could totally see the game's visuals being a little bit bland for some, especially if you're trying to compare this to something like Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Again, this is not going to blow you away on that front, especially if you're making comparisons like that, but it's decent enough for what this game is, for the genre. The sound is definitely a strong point for the game. Now, overall, the tunes that you'll find here are pretty jazzy, but they're kind of adapted to the stage's themes perfectly. Donkey Kong Jungle stages, for example, feature like this cascade of congas mixed with like other brass instruments. Merry Miniland features a lot of deep tuba riffs mixed in with higher light sounds from like a flute and stuff like that. That makes it feel very much like you're actually playing the stage in an amusement park. And also, for the record, you know, I'm not a super musical guy, so I might have had some of these instruments wrong, but I think you get my point. The music here is awesome. Mario vs. Donkey Kong is a competent puzzle platformer that actually is quite a bit of fun. Now, the levels are short, and the overall game does not overstay its welcome. You can basically clear the main game in about 5 hours, but if you do some of the extra stuff, it's going to take you maybe around 10 or more, depending on how fast you play. Now, the free demo that's out there right now can give you somewhat of a sense of what to expect, but I think it's far too short to give you a true picture of what the actual game is about. Now, aside from a few annoyances I had with some of the post-game content, which I hid away in the spoilers, I really did actually enjoy my time with the game. If you're looking for a fun game that you can pick at over time or blow through over the course of a weekend, depending on how you want to play it, this one might be for you. As always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you like what you see, please feel free to drop this one a like. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. We've got tons of podcasts, video reviews, looks at Japan-only events and merch, games, stuff like that, and a whole lot more. Again, this is Danny from the Famicast. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.